If the Illuminati are not real, then why are there original writings that were found? Copies of Adam Weishaupt's writings were discovered and published for all to read. It's also fully described and admitted worldwide. It's fully admitted in mainstream history books and encyclopedias. It's all a matter of taking a little bit of time to go and research. All of these original writings are over 100 original documents are stored in a museum in Germany. I believe it's pronounced Ingolstadt, not sure. And these documents are on public display if one would like to go see them. So the founder, Adam Weishaupt, would use the pseudonym of Spartacus. They all used pen names. In 1784, 8 years after the Illuminati were founded or formed, a defector named Joseph Ullschneider, all of these German names, gave a bunch of names to the Duchess Dowager Maria Anna, warning her of the organization and their goals, which was to overthrow the government and destroy their religion. The Duchess, that was the sister-in-law of the Duke, handed the documents over to her brother-in-law, Duke Karl Theodor, the leader of Bavaria. More original writings were discovered when, listen to this, a member of the Illuminati got struck by lightning. When he passed away, the coroner, undressing him, found these documents stashed away in a pocket. It was a hidden pocket that was sewn into his clothes. So around this era is when the Illuminati started to be exposed because of things like this. So Adam Weishaupt, I don't know how to say this name. I'm just going to call him Adam, okay? So Adam fled Bavaria in 1785. He had to flee to a neighboring province because he saw that written on the walls that authorities were closing in on him. He and his friend Jacob Lance, riding on horseback, they were on their way to Resenberg. So Adam, the founder of the Illuminati, is riding on horseback with his friend Lance. They're trying to go to a next province over or someplace to flee because on the walls of the city, they saw that the authorities knew who they were and they were closing in on them. That's when Lance gets struck by lightning. And as I said, after he passed away, the coroner found on him this hidden secret pocket that was sewn into his clothes with the documents that the Duchess had given to her brother-in-law, thinking that he was going to save everybody. Instead, he was him. He was them. Now, the story is super bizarre, so someone could say, oh, it's a myth. It's not true. But no. Multiple historical sources have confirmed that that's exactly what happened. But this isn't it. Other treasure trove documents were discovered. On October 11th, 1786, the police searched the home of Xavier von Schwach, located in the city of Landshut, and they found over 200 letters, including membership lists, symbols, carvings used to fake various waxed seals, and these seals were used by the princess, nobles, clergymen, and merchants. Instructions on counterfeiting and how to fake a, like, example, like if they off someone, how to make it look like it was self-inflicted. Recipes for poisons, a potion to make people not pregnant if they were, invisible ink. They also found instructions on how to build an explosive device. And this explosive device was like a box, meaning they had important secret things inside of it. And if someone were to open the box without their code, the box would implode on itself. It would, like, you know. Then there were other ways showing how to put gas in rooms without people knowing it in case they didn't want those people anymore around. So when the police was searching his home and found all of these documents pertaining to the Illuminati, these documents were soon published by the government itself in a government report titled Some Original Works of the Order of the Illuminati. Now, if they aren't real, What the heck, right? The following year, in 1787, the police searched the castle of Baron de Bassus, and they discovered more papers that were then published as a supplement of further original works. The next year, in 1788, Johann Faber published The Genuine Illuminati, which revealed the rituals for the preparation Novitiate degree, Minerval degree, the minor and major Illuminati degrees. Again, published by German government. But hey, they're not real. We're all making this stuff up. In 1789, a French journalist named Jean-Pierre Louis de Luque published a book, Essay on the Secrets of the Illuminists, Essai de la secte de l'Illuminé, which denounced the Illuminati and said they controlled Masonic lodges throughout Europe. In 1794, Illuminati whistleblower Ludwig Adolf Christian von Grollmann published the latest work of Spartacus and Philo. Remember, as I said in the previous video, when the main characters of the Illuminati would take pen names? These were Adam and Baron's code names. They exposed Illuminati dirigens degree, Scottish knight degrees, which appointed men to run these Masonic lodges, so they could recruit new members within Freemasonry. Let me know in the comments if you'd like more examples of these documents. The Illuminati have been exposed time over time over time for centuries now. It's about time we wake up and listen. In 1797, a French Jesuit priest, Abbé Baurel, published a series of books on the French Revolution, and he believed that it was a result of the Illuminati. That the third conspiracy was a theistical Illuminati. What is that? Basically, it's them going against all religions, all kings, all governments, against all civil society, and also against whatever property. Borel pondered, as many others have until this day, if Adam was the founder, was he the mastermind behind it all, or whether he was working under or for someone else. It is not known, and it is difficult to discover if he had a master. And this is where I believe the reptilians come in. Because the even larger conspiracy is that he was not the mastermind behind it, but it was reptilian entities. But let's go back to the facts. A man named John Robinson, a professor of natural philosophy, as it was called back then, published a lengthy book about the conspiracy. In 1798, he published this book that is called Proofs of a Conspiracy, which was one of the first books written in English about this subject. Before writing this book, he was actually asked to join them. We've all heard this before. But when he saw what they were all about, he was like, no way, Jose, I'm not joining them, and published this book hoping to help and expose them. The first 5 members of the Illuminati secret society, going back centuries ago, who were they? Adam Weishaupt, codenamed Spartacus, Andreas Suter, Erasmus Roterodamus, Bauhoff or Bauboff, Agathon, Franz Anton von Massenhaus, Ajax, Max Elder von Mertz, Tiberius. What were their goals? The original 5 goals were, number 1, abolish all governments and all monarchs and replace them. Number 2, abolish all property and inheritance. Number 3, abolish all patronism along with people's national identities and abolish national pride. This kind of sounds creepy, weird, familiar to something that's happening in America now, isn't it? Number 4, abolish marriage, the family, and morality, and then have the government raise and indoctrinate the children. This is making my blood boil. Number 5, abolish all religions. And we are dangerously close to that now when I see that the Pope and all religious main leaders of the world gathered in Mount Sinai to create this one world religion. I have videos on it if you want to go back and check. And all of these are basically the same goals that they tried to execute 70 years later with the Communist Manifesto in 1848. It was the foundation for communism, and Adam Weishaupt no doubt inspired Karl Marx. Modern goals of the secret society is to create a one world digital currency, a Big Brother Orwellian surveillance, a state that will surveil and control you, elimination of the Second Amendment, ending gun ownership forever. So after the Illuminati would love to achieve this Big Brother Orwellian surveillance state, abolishing your Second Amendment, leaving only police and government with armed forces, implementing an all-powerful nanny state socialist government, all leading up to the unveiling of a Messiah who will claim to be God and offer people eternal life here on earth, saying he has restored mankind to our pre-fallen state. And they want to do this through cybernetic transhuman technology on the new heaven on earth that he has created. This stuff is so messed up. In 1785, 3 members, Joseph Uschneider, George Grunberger, and Joanne Cassandé, wrote out a joint opposition for the court, where they provided information about some of the Illuminati's goals and philosophies. And these were taught to the men that were in the first degrees of the society. First of all, the Illuminé that wishes to rise, who wants to rise to the highest degree, must be absolutely free from all religions. For a religionist, which is how they call people that follow any religion, will never be admitted to the highest degrees. Boo-hoo. The second principle revealed to the initiates, that all ends justify the means. The welfare of the order will be a justification for anything that happens, or that they do. And what do? Well, we have a long list here, from poisonings, assassinations, perjuries, treasons, rebellions. In short, whatever they did to lead them to these crimes, if it was to protect the order, it's okay. Damn, sounds like the Clintons. Allegedly. They believe that one must be submissive to the superiors of the Illuminati, then the sovereign and magistrates that govern the people. Honor, life, and fortunes are to be sacrificed to the superiors.